Hello and welcome to this game review. It is quite a short game, but it did have quite a bit of fireworks and difficult combinations from which we can learn from. So it started as d4, d5, both sides took the center, white developed his bishop, and now black made a mistake with knight c6. And why this is a mistake is because in all positions with d4 and d5 pawns, both sides really need to use their c pawns. And after knight c6, our c pawn is blocked. So we should either, with white, we should either defend on d4 or preferably attack the pawn on d5 with c4, like the queen's gambit. Or with black, we should defend or attack if white is not attacking the center themselves. And only then try to develop the knight, preferably behind the c pawn. Instead, knight c6, now knight c3, and now white has this small idea of attacking f7, similar to the fried liver attack, and we should not really ignore this. Preferably we should defend from this, even though this is not really a move we want to play. But now this knight is also badly placed, it's also stopping the c pawn. And now after knight b5, the only way to not lose on the spot is e5, which black does. And now our knight is attacked. If the pawn moves, then knight c7 will be a threat. And here the only move for black is actually a6, attacking this knight. So if he captures here, we will take this knight. And if the knight moves, we can now move our knight. And black is a pawn down, but he is kind of okay. Said knight e4, but now white had a very nice combination involving a deflection and also a fork. With queen takes d5, always check the checks, captures, and attacks. This queen is immune from capture because now white will win another pawn and he will take back the queen on d5, having 3 pawns up. Said e6, which is natural, but this doesn't work as well. Here bishop d6 was played, which is very natural as well, but even better was bishop c5 because this threatens checkmate. The point of threatening checkmate is that now knight c7 is not possible, because we will not move the king, we will sacrifice the queen, as white cannot recapture because of checkmate on f2. Which means white has to do something else. He will probably take here, we can move the king, keep this pawn as a shield from the opponent's forces. After e3, for example, now black can even counterattack with g5, and the position becomes really irrational, but black also actually has very good piece development, and his king is not really in danger, as white's pieces are not very well developed. Instead bishop d6, but now black's king is quite weak, queen takes d5 with check arrives, and now while black is losing a piece on e4, and he's not really developed to do anything about it, so the position is basically over. Black is a piece down with also a king in the center. White takes the pawn on d6, which is a bit greedy. He should instead finish his development and win due to his piece advantage, but he gets greedy with a pawn. This at least lets us take on b2, but queen f4 is a very good move by white, after which the rook can also move to d1, and from here black's position is hopeless as he is a piece down with no development and the king is in the center, so taking some pawn on a2 will not really help. We should have tried to somehow develop some kind of pieces, but from here white managed to checkmate his opponent. The king went all the way to c3. There were many ways to win with white, but this is good enough, and this is a lesson in tactics and also how not to block the c pawn in d4, d5 openings, as otherwise we would have been able to play something like c6 here, and the knight will never go to b5.